we have two fragrances from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, and they're both heavy hitters, especially for this time of year, the fall and winter time. Now, they are from the private line. First one we're touching on, like you've seen in the thumbnail, is Babycat. Second one we are talking about is Tuxedo. Going to be mentioning a whole plethora of things regarding these two scents. Keep it locked. Let's start off with Babycat. Now, Babycat got a little half dent in this 2 ml here. I want to start off with saying a little caveat. I do not know if I got these samples from the new iterations of the scent or if I got them with the white label. So they're in a little darker label, the ones you saw in the thumbnail. Those are the ones that are the current iteration of the scent. And then they had an older version, they had a white label on them. So I can't comment on which one these samples came from, because when I got these samples, they were in a little transition period from going away from those white labeled scents. But I've heard that both of them don't differ too much at all. I can't comment on that because I haven't smelled, I haven't compared and contrasted, but I just want to let you all know that little caveat. And I have been spraying them on my hand today. So I got them on both sides here, on the front of the hand. You know how we do. So let's hop in more to Babycat here. With Babycat, you are going to get kind of a vanilla forward scent here. This is a straight vanilla bomb. It's got some notes in it, such as vanilla, of course, in the base. And then you got some suede leather in the base as well. And then at an opening, you could get some black pepper. You could get some pink pepper as well, so a lot of pepperiness in that opening, of course, and it's got some elemi. And then in that mid, you could get some things such as frankincense or saffron as well. But going with this scent, I will say in the opening and the mid, this is when you are going to get that big punch of vanilla. And this is a vanilla that's going to be straightforward, in your face. You're going to know this is a vanilla forward scent, plain and simple. I would say for Babycat, this one is a very unisex scent. So right in the middle for me, doesn't lean too feminine, doesn't lean too masculine, excuse me, can't speak. Overall, this scent is a perfect blend for somebody that just wants a straightforward vanilla scent. Now, I will say, as this fragrance dries down, you're going to get more of that leather. That leather is going to come out, that suede, and it's going to kind of be playing a 50-50 role here. I will say the vanilla is still the prominent note, the prominent driver of the scent, but that leather, that suede does come out more and more as the fragrance dries down, and it's not too leathery overall. I will say some people have commented on this scent being Play-Doh-y. I don't get that, but just forewarning, if you do get this scent, some people might think it smells like Play-Doh kind of vibe. And you know, from time to time, I could see where that is coming from, and I think it's because of maybe how the suede is mixing in with the vanilla overall, but this is a very nice, well-blended, well-rounded scent. I will say the vanilla is not screechy at all. It's nice, it's smooth, and I will say sometimes the vanilla can lean into a powdery vibe. I don't get that too much, and it could be sometimes too sweet, too gourmand in a sense, kind of like another vanilla fragrance if we're talking about it, like Altair. It comes off a little different than that. I will say this vanilla scent here is kind of the right in between, like not too powdery, not too sweet, but it just works. It's very smooth with the vanilla. It comes off very nice. Projection on this one is excellent. I will say excellent. This would be for me more of a fall and wintertime scent. Right now where I'm currently at, it's supposed to be fall, but it is pretty hot, still up in the 70, 80 degree range. So I was giving this a wear yesterday, and it could be headache inducing if you spray on a lot, especially in the higher heat situations. So fall and wintertime, early spring would be some time when I would wear Babycat here. This one is a scent that I feel like it's a versatile scent for a vanilla scent. It is a little occasional in the sense that I wouldn't wear it to a grocery store, for example, like if I was running errands. But this would be an excellent scent if you had a date, if you were going to a special occasion, if you were possibly even going to a meet and greet with your friends or something, this one would be a nice one to rock. I would say, like I mentioned, the only time I probably wouldn't rock this scent if I was running errands, just doing something very casual. But if you were going out to eat, for example, this would be a scent to rock. If you're going out on the night out on the town, this would be a very nice scent to rock. Now, I would say for Babycat here, if we're talking about vanilla forward fragrances, this one can keep up with the best of them. I would say, you know, I've smelled Altair. That one's nice if we're talking about vanilla scents. I've smelled this one, of course, and I've smelled the one from Guerlain, Spertus Double Vanilla. And those are all excellent scents overall. This one can keep up with them as well. I would say if we're talking between the two, Tuxedo and Babycat, Babycat gave me a little bit more push. Gave me a little bit more projection overall and a little bit more longevity. And I would say on the longevity of Babycat, you're looking from anywhere, I would say 10 to 15 hours on that longevity standpoint. Projection is excellent. This one is actually pushing a lot, even later into the time. I would say on that projection, you could possibly get anywhere between 5 to pushing 8 hours, depending on if it's on clothes, on skin. But man, this was projecting pretty nice. And I will say in the later times, I was still getting 2 to 3 feet. So I would say in the early stages of that projection, you're probably getting 3 to 4 feet, possibly even 5, depending on the scent, how well it works off your skin chemistry. Overall, this is going to be one that I would say if you're looking for something that isn't too sweet, that's a little spicy, you got a little kind of smoky vibe with it, kind of mysterious, and I know it is a projector, but it's kind of alluring as well. You know, you want to keep coming back smelling more and more of that vanilla and that liver combo. It's very enjoyable, very nice, and it's got a big warmth to it as well. With the LME and the frankincense, gives it off a little amber tinge, which is very nice, kind of blends it out, kind of get that on the outskirts of the scent. But overall, anybody can wear this scent. It is more versatile than you would think, per se. Overall, there is certain occasions I wouldn't wear it, like I mentioned, the grocery store, the gym, and it is completely unisex. A guy or a girl could rock this. Very nice scent overall. Very well done by the house of YSL. For me, I'm giving this a scent about an 8.2, and the only reason I am giving it a 0.2, I was going to go with that 8.5. I want to be a little harsher with my scents, and like I mentioned, this isn't as versatile. I was just spoil it for y'all as Tuxedo. I would say Tuxedo is more versatile to me, and this is kind of a vanilla forward scent. So if you don't like your vanillas, if you don't like a little sweetness, then you aren't going to jive with this one. It's a vanilla scent overall, so that's why I'm kind of reaching it down a little bit. But I was waffling when I first got the scent. I was like, man, this is an 8.5, 8.7, possibly a 9. But I've kind of came down to 8.2 because I am being more harsh on these fragrances. But I would say anything for me per se, anything over an 8 is full bottle worthy. And I would say this one here, if you like your vanillas, if you like your sweetness, and you want a different range of a vanilla, not like a gourmandish vanilla, mixing with some kind of spicy, smoky, resinous tones, definitely check out Babycat because it is worth the hype overall. This is an excellent scent to have in the collection and a good scent to have in the rotation, especially in that fall and winter time, and if you're trying to impress overall. If you're trying to impress a date, if you're trying to impress just going out on the night on the town, because guess what? This has excellent sillage too to it. So Babycat is a very nice scent. It is something that will elevate your rotation in the wintertime because some of those designer vanillas are very good, but if you're looking for a private line, kind of niche tier, I guess you could say, vanilla, this is the one I'll definitely check out, even though it's from a designer house and it is a designer scent. It is from their private line, their more Echelon-esque line. So this is one to check out if you're looking for, if you are on the hunt for the best vanilla out there, definitely check this one out. Babycat here. The price tag can kind of scare people away, but I feel like that is subjective. A lot of things. I made my Parfums to Marley fragrance video with their extracts. That is subjective. I forgot to mention in that. So whatever price point, but always sample first, okay? I like to preach that on the channel. Sample first. Go to a department store if you can. Get a decant if you can, like I do, and check it out. Sometimes I do the blind buy. I like the thrill of the blind buy, but overall, if you want that straightforward vanilla scent and you want kind of the higher tier vanillas, definitely check out YSL Babycat. Now, let's hop into Tuxedo. This one has got a bigger dent, as all of you can tell from this 2 ml. Man, I will say out of both of them, this is going to be more of the versatile scent here, Tuxedo. This one, you are going to get notes of violet leaf, coriander seed. Also, in the mid or the heart of the fragrance, you could get things such as there is black pepper in this as well. And then also in the base, you could get things such as bourbon vanilla and patchouli. But this one here, I would say out of the two, it is a very versatile compared to Babycat. This one is something that I feel like you could wear even in those casual occasions and it would do nice. If you're just looking to smell darn good and different than everybody else, then Tuxedo is the vibe you are going to be going for. This one, you got a little floral notes. I forgot in that mid, you got a rose as well. And that rose does come out slightly. It's kind of on the outskirts of the scent, kind of like the amber feel is with Babycat. You got that floral tinge on the outside of the scent for me. This one is going to be really focused on the woods and the spiciness, and this is an oriental style scent. Overall, this one is something that's, like I mentioned, is more versatile than it gets credit for. I feel like you could wear this going out casually, going to a date, even going to an office interview, going to something upscale as well, like a wedding, for example. This would be a nice scent to have in the rotation there. This one here is something that if you're looking for a different style of vanilla, again, like this one goes more into the boozy route. Like I mentioned, I would say Babycat on the vanilla standpoint, since we're comparing the vanillas here, is going to be more of that vanilla forward scent. It's going to be more of the sweet vanilla forward. This one's going to be more of your boozy vanilla because this one I get like a little tinge of alcohol with the scent, not the perfumer's alcohol. I'm talking about the drink, like a whiskey, for example, of that bourbon vanilla. I guess we're going to mention that bourbon then. Of course, bourbon, that's in the name. So that's what I get the tinge with this, but I get more of the woods. That patchouli is going to be more of that earthy patchouli. It's not going to be that chocolatey patchouli that you're going to get from something like that, from the Mugler Amen line. This one's going to be more of that earthy patchouli. I get a little greenness out of this scent too. And then the spiciness and the woodiness is going to be in the forefront of the scent. Then kind of in the background is going to be that rose that you're going to get. And I get a little earthiness from that patchouli, but it might be also from, I don't know what coriander seed is, but it might be from that blending with all the stuff. I don't really know. And usually with the notes, they can kind of lie to you sometimes overall, depending on what the brand says and what other people say, because all of our nose, we smell differently, but I do get an earthy vibe with this. This is very oriental with the scent, as I mentioned with Babycat. That one's going to be more resinous. This one's going to give you a more oriental tinge overall. And you got to like your spicy scents. I would say this one's got a little warm spice in it, and it does have a little kind of overall fresh spice. This is fresher than I would say Babycat overall. So if you're looking for something less heavy, less warm, less dense, the Tuxedo would be your scent overall. And overall with Tuxedo too, I would say on that projection of the scent, I got less than Babycat. So I probably got around, I would say 4 to 6 hours, I would say, of Tuxedo projecting. But I would say through that, the first hour or two, you're probably going to get about 3 to 4 feet. And then after that, it's going to be 2 to 3 feet through the rest of the lifespan of the fragrance overall. So anywhere between that 4 to 6 hour range you're going to get with Tuxedo projecting on longevity. It didn't do as well as Babycat again, but you are going to get a solid 10 to 15 hours with this. This one is no slouch. It's no slouch. This one is a strong projector, and this one is a longevity beast overall. I'd say anything over 10 hours is a longevity beast. But just when I was comparing and contrasting the Babycat, that one lasts longer and projects better off my skin. But I would say Tuxedo is going to be more for your kind of more on the masculine side of things. Kind of what I mentioned with Babycat. That one is more unisex, right in the middle for me. This one's going to be unisex, leaning masculine overall for my taste and how I kind of see things with the fragrance. And overall, this is going to be your gentleman's scent. I could see somebody very dressed up wearing this, or I could see somebody going to the office and wearing this as well. Like I mentioned, it kind of gets pinpoint some places, but I feel like this fragrance is very versatile than what people give it credit for. Now, overall, like I mentioned, if you want kind of like a grown-up, woody, spicy, oriental, a little floral tinge with the rose type of scent, then this one is going to be your fragrance here. And I would say Tuxedo does an excellent job of blending those florals, the woods, and the spices together, and they don't go overbearing in each direction. They're kind of a nice blend of all. I would say out of all of them, it's less floral, more woody, and more spicy, kind of what I mentioned. And any occasion, again, I could see somebody wearing this. It would be an excellent scent to be having in your rotation. I'd probably say the only time I would not wear this scent would be in the high heat situations. Like right now, I'd say fall and winter time, excellent. Early spring, excellent as well. Nice sillage to this one. I would say Babycat, I get a little bit more sillage, but this is no slouch with the sillage as well. It is something I would say in the first 4 hours it has excellent sillage, and then it kind of backs off. I would say Babycat's kind of got more of that sillage. It lasts longer on the sillage standpoint. But overall, Tuxedo is a very nice scent. And out of the two, I'm giving Tuxedo, this one is right below a 9 for me. I'm giving this one about an 8.5. And like I mentioned, it was going to get the 9.0 treatment. But I've started to realize, like, the price point, I factor everything in. And this, like I mentioned, this is a very versatile scent. But that price point can put some people off. And then also, too, it can, I could see it being too spicy for some people as well, because the spice it's a spicy fragrance. It's a spicy boy overall. And kind of like when we're talking about vanilla fragrances with Babycat, it's a vanilla forward fragrance, so you gotta like your vanillas. So that could put some people off, but for me, it's gonna get an 8.5, and be expecting on the channel for me to be more strict on these fragrances. If we're gonna make fragrances, we're gonna charge a price, then hey, they need to be held accountable, okay? Held accountable. And I always want to be truthful and reliable for you all. And I hope with my videos, you all can get a sense of, hey, maybe I want to get a sample of that, try it out. I don't promote blind buying, but hey, if that's your thing, go ahead and do it. Hopefully I can do my best to describe the scent to you, and maybe you can check it out. But I always recommend to you all, sample, sample, sample. I know I just mentioned that. I know I'm a repeating record, but I always like to mention that too. I always want to look out for you all, look out for the community as well. But if you're looking for 2 fragrances to elevate your game, Babycat is one, and definitely Tuxedo. Check it out if you have not. This is a gorgeous scent, and I'm going to be rocking it in this fall and winter time when it kind of cools down a little bit. I would say this one for me is going to be a day or nighttime fragrance. Same with Babycat. I didn't mention that. That would be a day or night fragrance. I would say that one's maybe leaning more towards the nighttime. I would say if I had to pinpoint it, Tuxedo's maybe leaning towards that daytime a little bit more, just because I could see like a well-dressed gentleman wearing that type of scent, and I could see this being like a work scent as well. It could work well in the office as well. But overall, that is both Babycat and Tuxedo. These are very nice scents overall. And I've been putting Tuxedo, as you could tell, through its paces, even Babycat as well in that 2 ml sample. Let me know your thoughts down below on the YSL private line. Let me know if there's any other fragrances that I should try out from that line. Have you tried out Babycat? Have you tried out Tuxedo? Let me know in those comments down below. I'll be very curious to hear from you all. And I appreciate you all spending a little bit of time of your day learning more about Tuxedo and Babycat from the house of YSL, or Yves Saint Laurent, however you want to pronounce it. Now, don't leave just yet, because there will be my fragrance playlist at the end of this video. It'll have fragrance challenges, fragrance reviews, first impressions. Go ahead and check out the whole rest of the channel there. And then also there will be a video on there that the YouTube algorithm thinks you need to watch. So go ahead and watch that one as well. Check it out. And with all that being said, I hope you all stay healthy, be positive, be true, and see you all in the next video.